And if you could just tell me your name and a little bit about where you grew up.
David Williams, and I grew up right here in Jacksonville, Florida.
And what made you join the military?
I think I always wanted to be part of an organization like that. I was a firefighter for 15 years, and it's a close-knit group, and it's like a bonding kind of thing and very organized, and that's what I liked about the military. I went in the National Guard first and to see if I liked it, and I did. So I just went further into the Army Reserve and from there to the regular Army.
And what did you do there?
Initially, I was in the Signal Corps for 4 years enlisted, and I went to OCS and got my commission. And then when I went into the infantry and for about 4 years, and then I went to Special Forces for 7 years, and then I was back into civil affairs. Went to Fort Bragg for about 7 years deploying troops, and I've deployed about 5 or 6 times. Went to Bosnia, Iraq, Hungary, Seychelles Islands. Went to a couple other places.
And how many years of service did you have?
31 years total.
And are you now officially retired?
I am.
This
Went from the rank of private to lieutenant colonel.
That's very good. To switch gears a little bit, can you tell me a little bit about what your first week was like here?
Here, it was kind of hectic. Getting to know the dog getting to know me. It went pretty well, but through the 3 weeks, it got much better. First week was, I thought I'd never make it. First day, it was very, very tiring. I think everybody kind of took a nap after that first day. A lot of walking, and we weren't used to. Getting used to the dog and training the dog. It was kind of hectic the first day, and not quite, I think, what we expected, but we all made it through it, so it's good.
So tell me about when you met Kia.
Kia was she's a great dog. She's female, and she's very much like me. Wants to know everything and do everything and see everything around her. So I think it's a pretty good match.
Well, today's graduation day.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is there anything you'd like to say about the Canines for Warriors program in general?
Well, it's a great organization. My wife and I contacted them and wrote them an email and told them kind of my story about everything, and I was accepted, into their program. It's just a phenomenal program, and I would recommend it to anyone.
Right. Well, we're happy to have you, of course. Do you have any plans now that you have Kia when you after graduation?
Yeah, we're going to go, do a little traveling probably. She doesn't like water very much, which I think is a little odd, but then we're going to throw her on my boat, take her fishing, see how she likes that. So we'll see what's going on with that.
I want some pictures of that.
Yeah, it'll be nice.
So I'm going to ask you two different questions that are very similar, but what would you like people to know who may not know anything about PTSD? What's the one thing you might like them to know?
It's an issue, a problem, a disease that people can't see. It's not like if you're missing an arm or something like that. It's in your brain, and people lose sight of that. And if you can't physically see it, they think there's nothing wrong with you. And it's very disheartening sometimes because people think there's nothing wrong with you, but it's deep, inside of you.
And you've been on a lot of deployments.
Yes.
What would you tell your fellow service members that are maybe going through the same thing that are currently active duty?
Stay active while they're on active duty. With other things, go to the gym, go, play cards, watch movies, something like that, to try to get your brain away from the activity of war. It's very high speed when you're going. It's hard to slow down, when you're not doing missions and that kind of thing. So it's like a lot of adrenaline and then stop, And it's like when I was a firefighter, you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's like you go to 0 to 10 in 5 seconds. It's very different, very slow, very fast, real quick.
Yeah. So where do you see your future a few years from now?
I think Kia and I will bond, more and more, and my wife likes her as well, and we'll do some traveling and see how that goes.
How do you think your family will react to Kia?
They like her, all right. My mom lives with us, and she likes her. She's itching to pet her and play with her a little bit. And my wife's from Seychelles Islands, off the coast of Africa, and we're trying to figure that one out if she can travel there because they quarantine their pets for a month when they get there. So we're trying to figure out a service animal how that's going to work.
Well, that's all. I don't want to take up a ton of your time, but if there's anything else you'd like to say,
It's just this program is really good. You can get in here, and they run several classes during the year, and it's just a super deal here.
great.
I like it.
Well, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
My husband's active duty.